Hello Hayden, it's Mrs. Crowther here. I just thought I'd like to welcome you to my garden. At the moment I'm standing under my plum tree. This is the Bullis plum, it's a very old plum, and if I walk forward very slowly you may be able to spot some tiny plums. They're just going to be harvested in a little while. Just about there. It's a very windy day today, as you can hear. There they are. Now if I go through the plum tree, here's a good one right on the end. That's the colour that they become. This is the famous pear tree. This is the pear tree with all the pears. I don't know if you remember when we sat together, we chopped up a pear and we ate it. We really enjoyed it. I know I enjoyed it. Oh, there's me zooming in and there's me zooming out. So there's the pear tree that's going to have some more pears on it. Now if I come down into the rest of the garden, you'll be able to see that I've got my strawberry patch just there. I'll just walk you over to that so you can have a look. And then in the middle part we've got some lettuces, and then we've got another strawberry patch just down here. So I'll take you for a quick wander around my vegetable patch. I'm just practicing holding the camera still because I'm not very good at it at the moment, so it's just a practice. Now if you'd like some, if you can see down on the ground here, we've got some baby strawberry plants, so I'm going to pop some in a pot and bring some into school, so you're welcome to have some of those. Now if you have a look here, you'll see that we've got a miniature apple tree. It's called a dwarf apple tree because it's very short, and can you see it's beginning to get lovely little apples on there. They're dessert apples, they're not great big cooking apples, but they're very delicious and very nice. So if I come down here to my other vegetable patch, you'll be able to see something growing here. I wonder if you can remember what these are, if you can tell what they are. They get very tall and they've got lovely orange flowers on. You can see there. And if you have a look down here, we might see, yes, here we go. You might see something which is beginning to turn into you're right, it's a runner bean, but they're not big enough to eat just yet. But they're very delicious when they're all chopped up. And they should crop quite well this year. Oh, you hear him, there's a blackbird up there singing, I think. There we are, so there's some nice runner beans. Oh, he's singing a song for you, can you hear him? Now if we come this way we can see that there is parsnips just down here. But look at that, I only grew 3 this year, and I put 50 seeds in and grew 3. But that happens sometimes. Now if you look down here you'll see that we've got something called broccoli, and it's just starting to get its lovely heads in, if you can see there, right in the middle. So I can't wait to have that as a lovely meal. I've just noticed something. I've got shiny things on here. These are Easter eggs. They're very shiny because they keep the pigeons off. They don't like shiny things. If you have a look at that hiding under there. Oh, I love a surprise when I come down here. Every day there's something growing that's different and big. Now if you have a look down here you should be able to see these plants. Now these are called dwarf beans, and they're called dwarf beans not because Snow White likes them, but because they're smaller and they're very tasty, and I've already had 2 meals off those. Well, that one's ready for picking, that looks nice. I think I might have that for my tea a bit later. Alright, now just next door here we've got some beetroot. If you have a look, There it is, growing under the ground. It's what we call a root vegetable because it grows under the ground and it has a swollen root. And of course, they go nice and purple when you cook them, and they're very delicious. But the you can eat the leaves as well, which are very nice in salad. And here we have a squash plant. Now, it doesn't mean that you squash it. It means that it grows something that looks a bit like a pumpkin, but that's very delicious to make soup from. Next door to that, we've got some kale, which is very nice. It's a bit like cabbage. You can chop it up and eat that. It's very good for you. It's full of goodness and nutrition. And then just here we've got some lettuces. So we've got red lettuce and we've got some green lettuces. We've eaten about 3 of those at the moment. Now if I come down here, here's a really good squash plant. That's looking really healthy. I think one of them might have a flower on it today. Now this is my favourite bit of all. If you have a look, I wonder if you can guess what this is growing in the garden. Have a look. Yes, you're right, it's sweet corn. Have a look at this. Can you see in the stems? This is where the cobs are going to come from down here. If I can get right in amongst the leaves, just there, you'll be able to see the stem. And this is the part where the cobs will actually grow from. They'll have to be pollinated. This is the male part of the plant up here, so that will do we'll do the pollinating a bit. The thing is, it's pollinated by the wind, and you can see the wind's doing quite a good job today. Just wondering what's on here. Oh, looks like we might have some green fly. Never mind, I'll get some water and some soap. I'll wash those off. I don't want them eating my sweet corn. There we go. Squash. Aha! Now if you have a look at this one, here's the old plum tree. This is a Victoria plum tree. The plums are bigger than the other plum tree and they fruit a bit later, just a little bit later, probably about August, September time. In fact, when you come back to school in September, there may be a jar of jam from this tree, or I might just bring some in for us to eat together. Now, oh, sorry, I don't want to make you too dizzy by whizzing the camera around too quickly. Now we've got some tomatoes here again. And here, this very large plant, this one is called rhubarb. Okay, now we've got some raspberries over at the back. This is one of my favourites here, if I can zoom in there. Can you see those red berries? They're called red currants, and they make lovely red currant syrup. And you can put it on ice cream, or you can make it into a jelly to have with Christmas dinner. I love it. And then just down here, a bit further, if I walk around the other side, we have got, if I hold it very slowly, I'm doing my best, we have got some black currants. Now a few of them dropped off the other day, so I came outside and picked them and put them in the freezer, ready for when the rest of them are ready, and then I can make a more nice jam. I bet you'd like to taste my blackcurrant jam. It tastes absolutely scrummy. Oh, there's one of my cats. Louis! Is that Louis? Disappeared. Where's he gone? Oh, there he is. Louis! No, he's disappearing behind the flowers. I think he wants to lie down. It's quite a hot day today. Now you can see just along here I've got some wildflowers growing down here, and I thought, well, I'm going to leave those because the bees will come for the wildflowers, and they'll come for the pollen and the nectar, and then I will have the benefit, because they will come on not only to oh, butterfly, they'll come to pollinate the lovely, I call them Jack go to bed at noon because they close up at lunchtime, but they'll also pollinate those, but they'll also come and pollinate my beans, so I'll have a lovely crop of beans. Now if you go into my greenhouse, have a look at this Hayden. I bet you can imagine what these plants are. They're tall, they have yellow flowers on them, and they have lots of water. Of course they're tomato plants, so I'm really hoping that very shortly I'm going to have a lovely crop of tomatoes on here. Can you see? There should be some, oh, where are we? There they go, yellow flowers. It's called a truss of flowers. You get a truss of fruit because there's lots and lots of fruits on one sort of stem. But hopefully, Oh, it does smell nice in here. I love the smell of tomato plants. Hopefully we should have plenty of tomato sauce. Now the thing is also I can make green tomato chutney, and I bet you'd love to taste some of my green tomato chutney when it's ready. Gosh, I tell you what, let's see what temperature it is in the greenhouse today. I've got my thermometer here, let's have a look. Let's see, it is saying that it is only, where are we? It's saying that it is about 22, 23, but it feels very humid, so I think it's probably a bit warmer than that. And there we are, that's the back of the, that's what I can see through my greenhouse window. Oh, I can see there's some raspberries ready to pick. And if I come out this way, oh, I don't want to whiz my camera too quickly, otherwise it will make you dizzy. There we go, here is the black currants. I'm hoping you can see under there. There they go. Oh, look at those. Juicy, juicy. I'm going to have to do another harvest this afternoon and pop them in the freezer. Oh my goodness. It's just looking too good. I think all that rain yesterday is making the fruit swell, which is great. Now here's some plants which I haven't got anywhere for yet, so I've got some cabbages that are ready to go in, some more sweet corn to go, so I've got to find somewhere for all these little things to sit in. Oh, I've just noticed here's a squash flower. Oh my goodness, he's a biggie. There he is. Oh my goodness. Oh, and hello. Guess who's come to say hi? Louis, going to say hi to Hayden? Louis, no. Louis, hello. No, I think he's more interested in his lunch. Go on with you. Oh, there he is, peeping. I think he wants to see what's happening. But there we go. Oh, some lovely white butterflies. I hope they're not going to land and try and lay eggs on my broccoli. There he is, hiding down there. I don't want to whiz the camera around too quickly. But anyway, there we go, Hayden. So there's the pear tree and the plum tree again. So that's a tour of my veg patch in the garden, and now you know where all that lovely jam comes from, and I hope you'll be able to enjoy some with me when we get back to school. You take care. Give my best wishes to your mummy, and I send all my best wishes to you. Take care. Bye.